I love the BBC.
Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. I'm your host of cultural commentator, Chase Dark Sage, here with my co-host.
T.
And we're back with another episode of Hip Hop Goodness because we are the one show that consistently talks about the music on the platform. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment for the algorithm to help boost us within it. That way we can spread our reach when it comes to us talking about this music. But on today's topics docket, we have a few albums coming out. Not really many, but a good amount is coming out this upcoming week. We got some news of Westside Gunn getting kicked out of the WWE, and we talked about him getting kicked out last episode, but now we're talking about him cutting ties and all that type of stuff. BLB now sadly having a weird case. B, like you said, it's the year of the lawsuit. B, the biggest institute publicist Tyler postpones Camp Flogna. Big X not being a rapper anymore, but being the artist that he truly is, making this big step with Post Malone. Soon a collaboration. B, the D-Town Dallas Boys. Hey, they might have contacted me behind the scenes. We don't know yet. We also got Akademiks being weird as usual, and we got a few albums that we're going to be talking about today, like Wale's Everything Is a Lot and Summer Walker's Finally Over It, the third album within her Over It trilogy itself. But like I said, before we get into it, make sure you look at the description for the timestamps for each topic that we're talking about, and you can see our social links in the description down below as well, and the artist submission forms down there as well. But B, how have you been?
Man, I've been all right, bro. I thought this guy, Roy, he's a customer of mine. And I used to be like saying what up to him, you know what I mean? Because he works at, I'll just say he works at, the company that my customer, he works for that company. And and I'll be like, what up, bro? And this tripped me out, and he'll never say nothing to me, B. I'll be like, this nigga.
Like every time you say you say what's up, he never says anything?
Nothing. Like we spoke before, but I didn't put it together when he told me the science. So I was trying to talk to him and he wasn't saying nothing. And I'm like, bro, you gotta move. I gotta put this stuff over here. But he noticed me. He's like, oh, my bad, bro. And I'm like, no, you good, bro. You just, you gotta get out the way. I don't know if you didn't hear me. He's like, no. He said, bro, I'm deaf in this side of my left side of my ear.
I knew that's where it was going.
And I was like, oh, for real? So it all made sense on the side he was on, and when I came in and how it tripped me out. And I felt bad. I know, man, I'm never speaking to this nigga again. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the whole time he was deaf. And he was like, yeah, I was born like that. And he just gave me this little, sob story. And I'm like, yeah, all right, bro. Let me go and do my work. You know what I'm saying? But in that,
yeah, cool story, bro.
Yeah, cool story, bro. I can hear. But I just thought it was crazy because I'm like, bro, he never said. What?
Yeah, cool story, bro. I can hear.
but no, bro, that just tripped me out. But another thing, B, I was hurt. I was hurt Saturday. My team got destroyed by Georgia.
I heard you say that you were saying that you were quitting sports. I meant to bring that up on the topic.
Yeah, man. Bro, it's hard to, like, when you love a team and you watch your team just lose like that, and then you know that they have greatness there. They have the talent, but the pieces just not connecting. And the Longhorns made me they made me want to, like, just give up on sports, B, as a whole. Lakers drove me to this before, and now my Longhorns is doing this. But it's like crack, bro. I'm going back. You know what I mean? It's that. I'm going back.
That 2K stuff like that, you just can't drop. Once you're in it, you just have a very toxic relationship with it.
It's so crazy because I bought the 2K game. I only played it twice. I don't even play it, but I buy it every year. They had a little sale. I think it was like $45. They had a sale on Xbox.
Like, okay, as long as you didn't buy it full price.
And then I also have I also have that the membership discounts. I get a membership discount, and I got it for a little cheaper. You know what I'm saying? But overall, man, my weekend, I've been up and down. B, my team let me down, but you know what I'm saying, I still enjoyed my time. And I'm getting old, B. I'm getting old. My knees hurting. You know what I'm saying? Getting out the bed the wrong way. I'll be, my back ain't feeling right. 31 is different. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know, B. Hey, I'm letting y'all know this man will not be in his 20s in a few weeks. I say, what next week, right? No, 2 weeks from here. You're no longer in your 20s, boy.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're gonna feel the
Let
pain
me
that I feel.
know. Let me know.
You're gonna be in unk status, B. Unk
Nah,
status.
nah.
What you gonna ignore it? You gonna ignore the 30s? What you gonna do? You gonna
Hey,
skip it? You gonna do
I
29
told you.
again?
I'm 29 part 2. Hey B, I'm
29.
not. Hey B, I'm trans angel B. I get to choose my age. I identify with the age I want to be.
Hey, boy ain't gonna never acknowledge his 30s. So 40s, he gonna be like, oh, you gonna be like
Hey,
70. I'm 29.
hey B, I'm Robin Williams. I'm the adult Peter Pan. Don't play with me, B.
Boy don't want to grow up.
Correct.
But nah, B, how you been, man?
Look, if y'all noticing when this episode came out, it's off schedule. I apologize for that. Take accountability. But that's because your boy was moving. Your boy got a new El Cribbo. That's why you see that these things are empty. Well, I mean, last episode they was empty too, but this is a new empty because everything still looks like it's getting fleshed out now. The shelves ain't empty. New place, new crib, new nerd room. Gotta deck it out. But B, they're trying to kill me at work. B, they didn't want to give me the Saturday off to move. This I got movers.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to give me Saturday off. They luckily gave me Saturday off. I was like, all right, cool. Usually our manager, she gives a Sunday off. She wanted to put me on the schedule this week for Sunday. I'm like, oh.
You wanna
Hey,
play
first time. Call out.
it.
I called out, B. And then she tried to
Hey.
be sneaky, B. She tried to put me on the schedule for today, Tuesday, when I was already off the schedule for Tuesday. Hey, B, and I had to set up to get the refrigerator come through.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, hey, I already made this appointment. But before that new change to the schedule was made, I'm like, so I'm look, either I'm getting that day off. Look, you're gonna have to prepare for me not to be there because I'm not gonna be there.
Facts.
But yeah, besides that, getting the nerd room, having all my stuff, well, not all of it, because it'll be impossible to have all my stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
To get a good amount of my stuff out on display, the collector in me feels some type of euphoria. Just to have my Funko Pops right here with all my signed pops to signify the journeys I've had. Me soon, my figures right here. I'm gonna give
Yeah.
me some light on here too. I'm gonna give me some new lights, and I know LED lights because I want to get an LED corner light right here.
Right,
That way,
right.
it lights the room up from the back instead of just
Mm-hmm.
in the detail. I got some pops right here. All my manga right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling good, B. It feels
Hey, B,
fantastic.
as long as you don't have your LED lights like Benny's.
This is facts.
Don't have them
That's why
hanging,
I gotta
B.
give me a lamp. Hey, that's why I gotta give me a lamp, B. I can't be
Yeah.
looking tacky like he was, B. Hey, B. In fact, thank you for reminding me. I gotta cut my
You
hair
gotta
today,
get
B.
shaped. You gotta get
I
shaped
can't
up.
have the Wolverine mutton chops either, B.
Hey, man.
Oh man.
Hey, it's Big Butchie here. Oh my god.
With the
Oh my god.
Pyrex chain, B. Oh man.
Ah.
Yeah, moving was horrible. That's why this week's episode is late. But
Mm-hmm.
we're here. Hey, better late than never, but never late is better. Shout out to the boy Drake. Let's get into today's episode. Let's go ahead and talk about the news, hip hop news releases, the current events. We don't really have many music releases and announcements besides Questlove is working on a posthumous D'Angelo album. I know a lot of people was trying to kick Questlove's back in because I guess at one point he released some D'Angelo song that D'Angelo didn't want released. And everybody's like, oh, but he's going to be reigning the helms on this. I'm just like, who best to do it but Questlove? That was my thing. Like, if we're gonna, even though we don't care for posthumous albums, like it's cool to like, at least get all the stuff that they was working on before they passed, even
Right,
though it
right.
might not be finished, whatever. It's best to have had that last few releases than to have nothing, I guess. But we don't grade a posthumous album the same as if they was alive and making the album. But yeah, B, how do you feel about this?
Man, B, my wife was calling me and you just went blank. I know it's still recording, but that's
Oh, okay.
besides the point. You still going. She know I was podding and I'm really upset. But back to what how I feel about it, like Questlove, bro. Like they work closely together. He has the family blessing. What are we to say? Like Questlove could be a guy sometimes that can, rub people the wrong way. So sometimes like he put out the song. I forgot was it Really in Love with You? I think it was. He put it out because he wanted people to hear what D'Angelo was working on. He's just a fan. And I'm not excusing that, but like us as fans and stuff, we be entitled. Like, relax.
We
This dude
also got
actually
to
have
think, a whole bunch of other people do that too.
and
Other
bro,
people do that too.
yeah, and then like Questlove and him, they have a relationship. They've been friends for over 20 plus years. If they are already in the works of like you never know, he probably had D'Angelo blessing before he passed. Who knows? We don't know. And whatever happens, I'm with it. New D'Angelo music for me. A posthumous release from D'Angelo. I know he has so much in the tuck. Even like on YouTube, you just find like other like production and like different little things he was working on. Like, bro, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be dope regardless. B
Mm-hmm.
posthumous.
Angelo has not made a single bad album,
Mm-mm.
even though he only has 3. But he has
But I'm
not made
just
a single
saying,
bad.
he 3 for 3. Anything, any feature he on, he cooking. He just cooks. So RP D'Angelo, man. Hopefully they handle this with care, you know, and I'm pretty sure they will.
Those bastards, finally. Side note, like I said, just moved into a house B. I didn't know when trash day was. I'm going through. I put the trash cans out last night. I'm looking through. I'm like, some people's trash cans is emptied. Mine ain't. But I guess they just now coming. So I'm like, okay, finally.
See,
I got some
I think
confirmation I wasn't crazy.
our trash day Thursdays. Bro, I be sometimes forgetting to put this trash out on Wednesday.
Nah, I gotta be
So
putting out the night before because the next day, I'm not gonna remember. I
that's
go to
what I'm
work till
saying.
9:30 and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I put it out on Wednesday for they pick it up Thursday. But I be forgetting, boy. I be going to work and I see the trash cans. I'm like, oh snap! I hop out the car and put it out. Yeah. And my wife,
you making that U-turn?
hey, my wife be like, you take the trash out? I'm like, I'm gonna get it later. Relax. I ain't gonna forget. Hey, we be in bed, B.
Hey,
She be like,
completely forgets.
hey, B, we be in bed. She be like, you took out the trash? I be like, yeah.
Hey, I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. You use the trash cans.
Hey, I'm always right, B. All right. See, thought I was gonna forget.
Hey, B, it might not be now, it might not been back then, but I will be right.
Hey, I will. But
Oh
now, man.
But B, can you let us know what albums is dropping this week?
Hey, man, we have so much dropping this week, man. But I had to cut it short to a few, just a few of them, man. But it's a lot of stuff. But all right, we got Key Glock, the 16th letter. Bro, is this just like his third album this year? Key
Well, he
Glock is
came out with
dropping.
Glockavelli, the deluxe version, and now this one.
Okay. Okay, we got Key Glock dropping. Glock. And then we got Ben Riley dropping Save. I actually heard this album already. Like I bought it off of Even. But I want to check it out. I never heard like a full.
Wait, B, did you support the music?
Yeah, this is what I do, man. I support all the music. But yeah, I checked it out. Pretty good album, ready for everybody else. Y'all can enjoy it, whoever's gonna listen to it. I think it was a cool album. I need to go back to it though, because I need to get my full thoughts. Because I didn't really get to talk about it on the pod. And also we got Ransom and Conductor, the Uncomfortable Truth EP dropping as well. I heard it was an album. I think I saw something about it was an album today.
I mean, it's 8 songs. So
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing like with the Preem thing. So
yeah. All right, and then we got what I'm ready to listen to. I was about to buy the album. I need to go ahead and buy it. I got it in my link. I got it linked up right now. They got 2 covers. They got like a collector's edition cover that's dropping for this album, and they got the regular edition that's yellow. But the collector's edition on blue vinyl, and I'm about to get that. And that is De La Soul, Cabin in the Sky. I can't wait for this, bro. I accidentally heard one of the songs and
it was heat.
It was heat. I was like, oh my God. But I'm not listening. I didn't listen to it again. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't listen to the track they dropped. And I see they've been making their rounds on different podcasts and then on radios. They've been on the Breakfast Club. I'm gonna have to watch that interview. And they was on not what's the other one? One Up with Peter Rosenberg and Cypher Sounds. I need to check that out as well. De La Soul, man. Tommy Richmond, Worlds Apart. Man. Tommy's dropping. And I have some thoughts on Tommy, bro. I
Let us
like
know, B.
Tommy Richmond. I liked some of his older stuff, and you know, from a few years ago, and I liked his album that came out last year. Was that last year or beginning of this year?
Last year.
And I don't know, everything I've been hearing from him and been trying to sound like $1 Million Baby. It's like he's trying to reheat his own, what they say the kids say, nachos.
Nachos.
And I don't know what he's doing. He cut his hair now. He's trying to just do the same song. And I'm like, everybody is just turned away from him. He turned everybody off about saying like, don't associate him with hip hop, blah, blah, blah. So like, I don't know, man. Tommy, I don't know what you kind of like just like, bro, he ruined himself.
Self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage, bro. Like, you got to do your history. You got to understand, even if you don't consider yourself a hip hop artist, you are in black spaces. You have to understand. We're gonna talk about this later, but you just gotta understand like some of the words you use, bro. Like a lot of this stuff is history, man. A lot of you gotta understand, man. You gotta know your history. But yeah, we got your favorite rapper, Sofago Mania dropping. B. What do you feel about this? I know you love you some Sofago.
Recently listened to his newest single. I forgot the name of it. Money and Clothes, I think that's what it's called, because that's all he knows. That's what he claims on the song. But it's a typical song of that genre, that subgenre right there, which it ain't nothing too crazy. I think the window for Sofago to come out with something amazing has passed. His last great project or last great body of work that I listened to was Go Plus. I really did enjoy that. High energy, not too long. Track listing was really tight and concise as well. But I just don't think that he really has what it takes to really like be that next one up, like push it towards the genre. Like he is not going to hit Yeet or Don Toliver numbers or levels, even though he was never on those statuses at all in general. But he was in the class with those guys, and now those
Right.
guys, even though to me they're the stars of this generation. Shout out to Ford for saying that. He's been severely like leaked by some of his classmates. It's just I don't think Sofago really got it in him. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to it. It's gonna be vibes music. It's gonna be young music, but I think it's gonna be mid music.
Hey, shout out Sofago. And then we got one of the OGs, man, Eric Sermon dropping Dynamic Duos. I don't know if this is like a compilation project or just an album of him producing and also, rapping, MCing and doing his thing. I might check this out because, we gotta, check out the Unks, you know what I'm saying? And support their music as well, because we also got De La Solo here as well. We got to always support our OGs in some sort. You know what I'm saying? Even if we don't like most of their things, but we still show them love, you know what I mean?
Or if the OGs don't support us.
Hey man, I feel like when it comes to the old heads, man, I feel like the generations we battle too much. It's like the same thing, like um with the mumble rap or lyrical miracle rap. You know how we everybody have the side they fight for, and there's been a lot of them on the timeline as of recent. Now it's a whole South ruin hip hop again. Like it's like this comes up all the time, and some of my guys on the timeline, wow, and I'm just laughing at it because I'm like, yo, it's no way y'all believe this, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna end on this on the South versus like New York and East Coast and Midwest. I feel like every region brought their sauce into hip hop. I feel like every region is good at certain at this thing and that brings it like New York has the lyricism. Midwest has like lyricism, you know what I'm saying? Southern, we have lyricism, we have vibes, you know what I'm saying? We brought the trap. We talk about the streets. I feel like we brought more like let me stop. B, what you got in it? I was gonna go on. Let me stop.
No, no, no,
B,
no. You should have kept cooking. I like the way you was going with that. Nah, the
I don't know.
South got something to goddamn say.
B,
In
I
fact,
just
the
feel
South
like
has something to say for the last 15 to 20 something years on the radio.
B, I just feel like they be disrespecting the South, bro. It's like, dang, they just
B,
feel like
it can't be lyrical, spiritual, miracle, hippopotamus, didymus, wadamus. I don't want to hear that all the time. I need something
but they
fun.
but they argument it is that it came with the balance, right? But when
Hmm.
the balance with the South bringing in the balance, we controlled it with all the partying, and it was no more of the balance. And I'm like, in my opinion, I don't think you can kind of blame the South on that. You could blame Puffy for that. Puffy brought the R&B into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Even though
Hmm.
he had Biggie that was rapping, but he also had other acts he was working with.
And he brought the hip hop to R&B.
to R&B, like the hip hop and R&B, you know what I'm saying? And bringing up, the Shiny Sue era. Like, I don't know, man. You can't just put that all in the hip hop. I mean, all on the South. Because a lot of that stuff was, was borrowed. You know what I'm saying? The South
My thing
was
is
already
this:
had the bass music already going on over there in the Miami, Atlanta. What's up?
MC Hammer wasn't spiritual miracle lyrical, but guess what? Can't Touch This is a goddamn good jam.
They hate that nigga, dog. They hate MC
Hey,
Hammer. He was the
but is it
first
not a classic song?
crossover act, like one of the biggest crossovers in Oakland. You know what I'm saying?
Sir Mix-a-Lot, I Like Big Butts. That's not a lyrical spiritual miracle song.
But
Hip
those are
hop.
hits. Those are hits. See, look, when we have this discussion about hits and hip hop being the underground and speaking for, remember we used to say it speaks for the unspoken or the people that's not heard or whatever.
Mhm.
We don't rap for the top 40. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop shouldn't be on the charts, right? You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So it's people that have that narrative that like you saying that was like, yo, that's not the hip hop we want. We don't want the MC Hammers. We don't want the Sir Mix-a-Lots. Get them out of here. We want that hard, that gully. You know what I'm saying? We want that Mobb Deep. You know what I mean?
And
You know what
that's
I
why
mean?
that
Stab
ish
your
won't be
face
getting
with your
played
nose
nowhere.
bone. You know what I'm saying? but but nah, B, what's happening in these streets, bro? What's going on in the current events in hip hop?
Man, look, West Side Gun and WWE, they have some type of weird relationship. Basically, West Side Gun is cutting ties. He has a quote right here. I'll probably put it up on the screen. Before I even say this, just know God is the greatest. For years, I mean, nobody with 2 feet has spent the amount of money I have supporting and pushing a brand I've loved since I could remember. I sat front row at every big show, literally all the good times it brought to my life, to the point when I started making music, I incorporated it in everything like Wu-Tang did karate. I made people who hated the product watch it again. I made it look cool when at the time people thought it was nerdy. I've watched that same company sit countless of people next to me who's not even fans for real and act like I don't exist. I was threatening to take everything out of my music, which I only did to pay homage, or my whole catalog would be demolished. And everybody knows how hard I worked coming from Buffalo for me to get that threat. For just supporting and being a real fan hurting me. But I stayed quiet, and I still like a crazy man. And I still like a crazy man sat front row because I love the culture. I'm not gonna read everything. Y'all can
Yeah.
look at that yourselves. But B, your favorite rapper, West Side Gun, the guy that's for the high art, as you say.
The
How you feel
art. It's
about
the art.
that? Yeah.
West Side Gun, since how long I've been listening to him rep WWE, he loves the culture. I love wrestling, not as a big a fan as I used to be. I can't even say I'm a fan now because I don't watch it. But West Side gotta understand, man, he started fourth rope, man. He's a competition now. Even though he don't even I don't know, like even match up with them as competition. But they look at him as like, hey, bro, you got your own thing going down there. I don't know if you coming over here stealing our sauce. I don't know what you doing. You know what I'm saying? We don't even want you at our events. You know what I'm saying? It sucks, but it's also business. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much why I feel about it. And I know West Side is more emotional about it because he's attached to this. This is his childhood as well. And also him being in a spot in his career and he being having the ability to actually, be at these events, be front row, be seen on the screen, bringing other people a part of the culture and bringing them around, and also that bringing that hip hop element to it as well. It hurts him. You know what I'm saying? I feel him on that, but he also understand he know business. He a businessman. He own things, so he know how it works. That's all I gotta say on
Yeah.
him.
Copywriting laws and stuff like that. Because I heard there was something to do with copywriting and things like that. So
Mhm.
eh,
He used a lot
understandable.
of
I mean, which
snippets.
obviously.
I know he used a lot of snippets, covers and stuff like that. So
Yeah. So I mean, as business, understandable. I wonder why specifically, even though we'll never know, WWE wanted to cut ties rather than work with West Side Gun.
I
That's the
think it
thing.
had I think it had a lot to do with the Four Road brand because think about it. If I'm this big brand, right, and they all about tearing down people. They buy like WD go around and they buy up other wrestling like companies, like smaller, like what you call them? Not companies, but leagues, I guess. What you call it, a league, I guess? A wrestling league.
I have no idea.
I guess. But think about it. If I'm this big entity as WWE, I collaborate with a smaller entity with this artist that's very influential as well. Maybe me bringing him into our world and we might big him up. That brings more eyes probably to his event as well. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And maybe it can be, more of a competition. So maybe they looked at it like that. Maybe he didn't have fourth rope attached to him. Maybe they'll probably done more work with him and not be looking at him like this. But that's what that's how I think. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but I'm looking at it like that.
Yeah, I have no idea. So, shout out to West Side Gun, his fourth rope thing. I hope it goes well.
Yeah.
In other news, B.O.B. weird case. This is the year of the lawsuit. As you said, B.O.B. is facing a new lawsuit filed by a woman who claimed she was sexually assaulted by the rapper in a hotel room in California earlier this year. This is posted by Double XL. You guys can see it on the screen.
Lock him up. He did it. Allegedly. Nah, man. Hey,
Oh
allegedly,
man, I'm hoping he didn't
allegedly.
do this because that means that would have to have been a victim to have
Yeah.
suffered from this.
Yeah. Hey, that nigga believes the world is flat.
This is true.
I don't know.
This is true. In other news,
Do the knowledge, nigga.
Biggie's estate sues publicists over allegations involving his son and Diddy. It's just
Yeah.
lawsuit.
Little lawsuit, be.
Yeah. Tyler postponing Cap Flogna due to heavy storm in LA. I seen a lot of people on the TL was mad about this. But I mean, if there was a heavy storm about this, heavy storm happening, it's all outside. I don't think I want to go see anybody while it's like tearing down tornadoes, rain, hail.
Bro, you know them fans, especially them white fans, bro. They parents was in Woodstock. They was all in all type of conditions. They don't care. They spend all that time. And what's that other festival that's big?
Rolling
Coachella.
Loud.
Now
Oh.
Coachella, man, they be in Coachella, bro, sleeping under their cars, living in poverty over there, bro. And then got the people on the other side that's like living like, the rich folk, $10,000 tents, all that type of stuff, bro. These people want to be at festivals. They want to enjoy the music. It could be rain, sleet, or snow. They want to be out there, B. I'm telling you. But you also got to take account of the artists. Do the artists want to perform in that type of weather? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. But like I said, a lot of fans be we're entitled.
Yeah, facts, especially if we're paying for something. But in other news, Eminem partners with Detroit Lions to produce an annual Thanksgiving halftime show. Is this also going to be on Netflix like the last one?
I believe so. B. I could be wrong, but I think so. I think so because I think they partner for like Christmas games and Thanksgiving games with Netflix. The NFL had. So I don't know if Eminem's actually gonna perform or he's just gonna put on like a Detroit performance because I think last year they had like Jack Harlow or was it Shabuzi? It was somebody like that. They wasn't from
Was that not?
Detroit.
Oh, I'm about to say, wasn't that Beyonce did it one year, right?
Yeah, that was Christmas. That was in Houston.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know nothing about this. You're the sports guy, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey,
Oh my
shout out to
God.
Eminem.
Shout out to Eminem.
Twitter kicking Rory's back in. Jesus.
Hey.
I also watched the episode of Rory and Mal that followed this because I used to watch it, but when Julian left, I didn't watch it because I liked all four of their interviews together. But B,
I never watched a single episode, huh?
you sent me that Twitter space. I'm hearing people going off. I'm like, B, what is happening in here?
Man, I actually didn't know what was going on. When I saw the space, I saw tweets popping up on my timeline. I'm like, what's the context of this? What is going on? And I was like, these some old tweets. And then I was like, it looked like fake retweets, you know what I'm saying, that people used to do back then. And I was, cause you just go RT so and so at,
Yeah.
And then once I got into the space, and I'm like, why is Rory here? Like, why are you here trying to negotiate with terrorists? You know what I'm saying? Like these people, they already don't like what you said, and also he handled it so poorly. He was in there mad condescending, mad just sarcastic, bro. I'm like, you are too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you tripping. You know what I mean? I'm like, somebody need to, you can't, nah, bro. But anyways, long story less long, Rory, they was on the podcast saying that Clip should win over Kendrick. And the Kendrick fans was like, it sounded like y'all saying this out of spite. Like y'all just don't want Kendrick to win. It don't feel genuine. So they went and said, Twitter, Rory, 2011, or like Rory, black women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just
Who has the hood
go
rat
through.
named Beyonce?
he have done that bit on the Joe Budden podcast before about if Beyonce, nobody knew if you heard a chick named Beyonce, it'd be a hood rat, whatever. But it's like Rory has this sense of humor that everybody, like he was just saying, if you know me, everybody don't know you, Rory. You can't be just doing this, bro. So like, I don't believe Rory's a racist. I just think he was just comfortable with his black friends making these jokes about black women. I do not agree with it. You know what I'm saying? I say kick his back in. I'm with it. Kick his back in. I don't think no white man, no white woman need any grace from me or from any other blacks. Kick his fucking
What
back
about
in.
when?
Chill out, be hey, I'm gonna cook her later. You know, I'm gonna let her cook a little bit herself till I start to burn her up. But but yeah, kick Rory back in, man. And Maul, bro, that's why the stuff you doing right now, Maul, is the reason why you're in the situation you're in right now. That's all I'm gonna say. What you think about it, B? Or do you even
Hold up, I
have
need some more
thoughts?
context on that one. I agree with you, but also Rory agrees with you as well because he said these
Mhm.
exact same things on the follow-up episode of him getting his back kicked in. He said it. He was like, yeah. He was like, I kept saying that, people that know me know I'm not like this, but it's like, oh, everybody don't know you. The biggest thing I took away from this whole situation, joking about domestic violence is anti-black.
It could be
Because
B.
domestic violence is purely rooted in black culture. That's what I've learned from this whole debacle.
Yeah,
That was the
it was.
worst point ever. That was the worst point
I
ever.
don't know. I remember that when that chick brought that up, she didn't word that correctly. Cause like, is it at a point where like you could pick and choose what you choose what anti-black is? Oh, or it's just plain domestic violence, like joking about Rihanna getting beat or whatever, and then being like, oh, nobody gonna be real about her just because you got, like, just that's just domestic violence. You know what I mean? He just aimed on a lot of black women because that's who he was comfortable with. That's who he surrounded himself with. So he was just making jokes about his, with his people, his peers. Like they talk about black stuff. He's in the culture, right? You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't have no white friend ever in my life that I really just talked hip hop with. Or anybody that was a yo type of white guy. Never in my life. Any of my white homies was all skaters. They skateboarded with us. They did some weird stuff. I checked them on it, but that's it. None of that yo. I got a low Caesar. I'm just like you, bro. I'm in a fraternity. Man, get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
They wasn't trying to
No.
cosplay to be like you, B?
Hey, one dude did a little cosplay and we had to put him in a closet. Hey, did I talk about this? I have one day I'm gonna tell the blackface story.
The what story? The what?
What B? It's a black.
The what
I
story?
witnessed blackface in my life, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like actual minstrel show, like he painted his lips
No,
red and all that too?
hey man, he was. It was Halloween. And he wanted to be a black person. Hmm. Oh yeah. But hey, Rory, man, yeah, I
These are
know.
the
Crazy.
people he hangs out with, guys.
I
These
didn't
are the
hang
people
out
he
with him.
hangs out.
That was my first time meeting this dude. He didn't probably know black people was popping up in that house. Well, he knew one was, but he didn't know three was.
Yeah, he said, I'm gonna kill him with this one. He looked around, he saw everybody look like his costume. He said, uh-oh.
But nah, man. Now Rory, apologize. I think he deactivated his Twitter. So did the Mirrors or whatever her name is, because she got caught up, bro. I remember her saying, I remember that clip floating around of her saying, I don't like Kendrick's voice. I don't like this. And then I'm like, hey girl, like, bro, the internet is a dangerous place. They watch you more than anything. You're in the public. You have
And the
a good.
worst part is you were recorded in 4K, probably 1080,
Mhm,
60 frames, but in
mhm.
4K. They brought it up easily.
And
It
she
didn't
had
take
to
them
eat
long
that.
to find that clip.
She ate it though. She said, "Oh, hell, you got me." Like she had to eat it. You know what I mean? She's like, "Dang,
Hey,
I definitely."
me, when people try to get you with the gotcha moment, it's like, what else you supposed to do? Like, no, this is incorrect. This is made by AI. Oh, you got me.
I would. Hey, that's why. Like me and my wife, we watch a lot of like police interrogations, people getting chased by the cops, or like people being confronted by the police. And my favorite thing is if you did the crime, run. I like when they run away. He was like, bro, I ain't,
Yeah, it
you know
makes
what
it
I'm
more
saying?
exciting.
Yeah, so I'm saying that's what I would have done. I'd be like, yo, that wasn't me, that was AI. But nah, man. Hey,
Oh,
Rory.
man.
Hey, man, you too comfortable, bro. You always been. I always felt like he was a little bit too comfortable. I'm saying.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if you saw that clip of him saying that N word kind of slipped out of him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so was that real? Because I'm like,
Yes.
I was
Hey,
like, is that real? I was like, I don't know. They could be tricking me with that one.
I think. All right, New York is it's a melting pot. They let a lot of people get off that N word, but they grew up with us. B. Oh my,
I mean, shoot, down south, we used to let them do that
they be
too.
not a white.
Oh, white? No, 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 no.
Oh, like a Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they. I grew up with some of my friends, bro. Now, as I got older,
Same.
I'm like, nah, I don't do that. Cause I remember when I moved out to Denton, that one friend of yours, I was like, I want to beat this nigga up. Hold up, let me stop, bro. Let me stop. We
Yeah,
pod.
yeah,
We gotta
yeah,
stay on.
yeah.
I'm tripping. I'm making it like, you know what I'm saying? I forgot where I was, bro.
I'm gonna bleep it. I'm gonna bleep this out.
You be talking to me, you
Yeah.
just forget. I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, me, we're on a recorded line. And lastly in news, Rock Nation has launched its own distribution platform. B, I think it's time for us to drop the album on Rock Nation, B. We joining it or what? 85% royalty payouts? Oh, wait, that's me.
B, why you trying to do me like this, dog? It's not bad of a split. 85? You know, ain't that like industry standard?
Depends on the other splits. I don't know.
I think not TuneCore, but DistroKid's like 15 or 10%. I think when it comes to like different subscription services, United, what's the other one? United, something. They have like a 15, 10% as well. I think it's like industry standard. My whole thing is when it comes up the public reputation of Rock Nation right now, a lot of people don't look at them like they used to. You know what I'm saying?
So was
So
Tory Lane's dad right? And that they should crumble?
they might, but nah. I think this is Rock Nation doing YouTube gaming. Remember when Twitch was on its rise in like 2016 and like YouTube put out YouTube gaming streaming, like trying to like the biggest entity. They have more of the namesake and they like, all right, let's get into this and try to knock, the little guy down. I feel like Rock Nation using their name because like who's not gonna be not like an underground rapper or aspiring rapper, like, yeah, I got this distribution deal with Rock Nation. Like, and you seeing that Rock Nation at the bottom of their, when you scroll down the streaming, like that's gonna be like the
To see what
new,
label they on.
yeah, bro. That's like having a Nike. That's just the brand. So I think they using off namesake pretty much. And then other than that, we don't know what else Rock Nation is gonna do. Cause are they gonna actually be marketing and using their legs? Like they're not gonna be using legs. It's gonna be the artist. So I think when it comes to Rock Nation, it's just mostly their name. But I heard you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I know you try to, get back into rap and be. So, Rock Nation, you know what I'm saying, up under there, streaming, go ahead and do your thing.
Yep, I'm coming out next month, December 32nd. So, yeah. But Russ did say something about it, basically saying like, yeah, this ain't it. An 85-15 split to press upload is madness. Major labels take 50% distro off the top too, so it seems like they just modeled the business off of that. If you're an artist, this makes no sense to sign up for, in my opinion.
Yeah, Russ always gonna speak. He had an interview recently too. I think was he on Breakfast Club as well?
I thought that were just resurfaced. I wasn't sure if that was new or
Oh,
not.
okay. But I like hearing them talk music talk. But he independent. He has a different outlook on this. And also I know a little bit about the music business, not as much as Russ, not even maybe not even near as much, But I actually just bought a book about it's called record labels and stuff like that. I'm trying to learn a little more, what I'm saying, about the business, man. Hey man, some of these artists gonna do it, Russ. I know you said it's not worth it, but you gotta understand Rock Nation as a that name and actually being an independent artist that's probably as a way lower tier than you, Russ. They're gonna do it regardless. They're gonna do it. Let me shut my door.
And they ain't got to pay for it as of right now. So yeah, they gonna do it. But B, I got an important question to ask you.
What's that question, B?
What have you been jamming since the last episode?
Oh man, I've been jamming a few things, man. I listened to the Navy Blue album, The Sword and the Soaring. Very beautiful album. Very therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? It's just what he did. It's that therapeutic raps, man. It's like therapy, bro. He just talks to you, he speaks to you in one tone over this beautiful production, man. I feel like it's like a Bob Ross painting, you know what I'm saying? The colors. But no, I really like this album. I need to go back to this, man. This is one that I will be going back to. Anytime Navy drop, I'm listening. It stays in rotation. Another project I listened to was Boldy James and Nicholas Craven, Criminally Attached. I really like this, man. I really like every track on here. Boldy was on his spin. I love the beats. I even like a few of the features on here. It's not much, but they did their thing. You know what I'm saying? Boldy had a line. He said he beat that pot with I beat that pot with that retarded strength. I was like, all right, this man is wild. You know what I'm saying? This man, wow, he beat the hell out that pot. You know what I mean? But I really like this album. Another album I listened to was Shay Noir and Seven the Genius. I really
Oh,
like this, man. I really like this. B, I know you didn't get to it. Reason had a cool feature on it. The production was cool. Shay on here rapping, Seven on here rapping. They had, they balanced with they them spitting to having like, speaking about men and men that, having love, different introspection tracks on here. They gave you a very of all 33 minutes, man, of cool album, man. Really good album. Shay just, bro, she's just putting out solid albums like across the board, B. She's doing her thing. Another album I listened to is Oh No, Nodega, and this is an album that's produced by him, featuring multitude of artists. You got Alchemist rapping on here, Talib Kweli. You got Blue. You got the Fahim, which who I do not like. You got Vink Spencer. You got Guilty Simpson. You got Crime Apple, and you also have a Logic feature that's not bad. Logic was rapping on this joint as well. I actually enjoyed this, man. Oh, Ghostface had a dope feature on here. I loved him on that rooftop shotters joint. Really good album. I'm be honest, I'm not gonna go back to this. I like the few tracks on here, so I'm gonna throw those maybe in the playlist. But as a full album, just some of these albums like compilation albums, like albums like this with multitude of like artists, just showing off your production and just have different MCs rapping. Sometimes at this point in my life, I just don't go back to those like that. You know what I mean? It's
mhm.
like, okay, I like this, blah blah blah. But overall, I thought it was
I
a
was
pretty
about to say
good
something
project.
egregious, but
What do you mean?
basically like them DJ Khaled albums back then.
But I don't know. This kind of different, man. I know what you're saying. But it wasn't too long, 42 minutes, 20 tracks. Some snippets in there, so some interludes and stuff like that. And yeah, we can get to the portion of the albums we listened to together. I know you didn't really get to lock in like that, but we can get into that Wale if you want to like some of the little thoughts you have. If you have a few thoughts, if not, I can get into my
Mhm.
thoughts. It's up to you, man.
Yeah. So Wale's Everything is a Lot. Is that what it's called? Right? Everything is a Lot.
Hmm.
This album I feel wasn't really marketed well, and this could be because he's independent now, or to a degree. I mean, he has an exclusive licensing deal through Def Jam with this, but 52 minutes, 18 songs. Uh, I heard the first song when the first single, Blanco. I believe that's the first single.
Hmm.
The one where he's talking about, being,
Drinking.
turning to alcohol for his pains and all that type of stuff for his
Hmm.
therapy essentially. And I liked that song initially when I first heard it. I thought it was very open. I thought it was very honest. I thought it was, very substance filled, but also a good song at that. It wasn't just,
Mhm.
something poppy. But going into this album, I didn't know what to expect exactly. I haven't heard a Wale album in I don't know how long. I think the last project I probably heard was maybe the little baby hand, his little baby's hand holding the earth.
Was that his
I
last
forgot the
album?
name of
Oh,
the
no,
project.
no, no, that wasn't his last album. Yeah, you
I
ain't listened to
think
a Wale
I could
album
be
in a
wrong.
minute.
I think. Let me see because I gotta look at the projects because that's the last like significant album cover that I remember. Yeah, because I didn't listen to Wild That's Crazy. I only listened to the
Yeah.
single off that one, or for Lauren too. But
Mhm.
getting into the first few songs of this album, these are the rappy rap tracks. So I'm like, oh, okay. Wale sounds hungry. He sounds like he's really going at these tracks. I really did enjoy him for what it was. I gave this album 2 listens, but I really wasn't able to lock in and focus on these songs while I was listening to it. I really like Michael Fredo. I like Blanco, Where to Start, Belly Conundrum. I like these songs right here. But then we get into a more, I don't want to say mellow and somber, but that's the best way I could describe it. Middle portion of the album right here, like when we have the song "Watching Us" with the feature from Leon Thomas, which is sampling "Closer" by I forgot the artist's name, but it samples that R and
Mhm.
B track, which classic R and B track, obviously. Leon Thomas on there, I thought he was cool, but I keep saying this, and I don't know, I could be wrong. I don't think Leon Thomas could sing, so to hear him like auto tune crooning on there, and I'm like, to me, stuff like that, Leon Thomas and Party Next Door are very interchangeable. So I'm like, Leon Thomas to me doesn't have a. I like his hook enough, but it wasn't like very infectious to me. Like I would have liked if
Mhm.
an actual singer was on there compared to like him having a song like City on Fire with O'Deal. I really did enjoy that one. But I still did like the sample that Wale was going over on Watching This. There was some non super hip hop songs on here, if you get what I mean. I don't want to call them Caribbean or dance hall,
Afrobeat
but that's the best way.
Afrobeat songs.
Afrobeats, that's the term. Yeah, didn't like them. But I understand it. You want to rep for your culture, so I'm not mad at that. I'm not knocking points at that. Me personally, I don't like that. So I was going to it for that. The Survive song with Nino Pay, Wale, and Ty Dolla Sign was cool. I don't know why the Ty Dolla Sign hook didn't really get me there all the way. It just felt like a placeholder that anyone could have been right there. To me, Ty Dolla Sign has kind of been losing it for a while. I don't know why. But overall, for me, like I said, I don't have, and I like the song with Wale and Benny X, Mirror on a Benz. I like the little rhythm and I like the production that Benny X gave Wale on this. Overall, I thought that the album was cool. I can't say it was great. I can't say this was fantastic. I did like some of the introspection that Wale gave to us, like how his mother has been asking, like, yo, when you gonna have a wife? When you gonna get married, man? Like, you're
Mhm.
still single this late in life. I like that type of not introspection, but that the personal
Vulnerability.
lyrics. Yeah, the vulnerable lyrics right there. But like I said, I haven't really been able to lock in and like really deep dive into what was happening overall throughout this whole album because there was a lot happening, but I'm not gonna say it
Mhm.
was just like too much to really understand. I was just really bogged down by life the week that this came out, especially with this and the Summer Walker album dropping literally the same week. So,
Yeah.
B, what are your thoughts on this? I thought that this was a cool, okay album off my 2 initial listens, but I wasn't really able to lock in like that.
Yeah. Another this is another album I have to return back to. I listened to it once, but these are my first thoughts. I thought it was a pretty good album. It was solid, very smooth. Was with the production. That Leon Thomas song, I feel like if this was 2014, they would have pushed that. That would have been on the radio. I can feel it. I can hear it. That's a song I actually returned back to. I actually really like that song, especially the closer sample. What's her name? Golapelli, or something like that. It's something
I
like
don't know,
that.
Go Pell, something like that.
Gopel or
I
something
I
like that.
I don't know.
Yeah. I love that sample as well. Remember when Drake was on that joint? Mr. Big, yeah,
I'm not gonna lie,
Conundrum.
B. Those are the vibes I got when I first heard him rapping
Mhm.
on that. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
comeback season Drake, yes.
But Conundrum, intro track, really enjoyed that. Had some good flips in there. Like you said, vulnerability, introspection all across this album, in my opinion, especially from like not feeling. I got a lot of like not feeling the expectations of your parents. Speaking from his mom and ex stuff like that. Like also talk about his baby mother and the things how she wanted a husband and he don't know if he's ready, and his mom being like, "Hey yo, like you getting old, you got a kid, but you ain't got no, you ain't locked down nothing now." You know what I mean? And I saw a tweet he posted of like a message to his mom. He was just like, "I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a doctor, and all this, but my album dropping here, blah blah blah." And I'm like, dang, he's still trying to, him as this guy, very successful, Wale, multiple hit records, been in the game, freaking 15 plus years, and he's still trying to, you know, prove to his parents that that it worked out. You know, me being a musician. Yeah, I'm not a doctor, but yeah. And throughout this song, I mean, I say this song throughout this album, you know, one thing that I like the smoothness to it, but I feel like it's too relaxed.
You feel
Like
like he
when it
was
comes
too
to the
comfortable?
production, I feel like it was too comfortable. And like I know
Mm,
Wale gave us what what he wanted to give us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that like critique him too much on that, but it's like I don't know. I wanted a little more, and I felt like it ran a little bit too long, in my opinion, as well.
I
I
agree.
will return back to just to see it. And Michael Fredo, did that one sound like Rick Ross should have been on there?
Yes.
And I know him
I'm
and Rick
like,
Ross. I don't know if
dang.
they, I don't know if they, I know he not with MMG no more, and they don't have a relationship. But yeah, that one, I'm like, hold up, what Rick Ross said. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. Blanco speaking on like alcoholism and things like that. Um, this is an album I do need to listen back to, B, just to get the my full thoughts on it, because like I only listened to it once and I only go back to one song, and that's Watching Us, just because I love that sample. I love I just love how well they sound on there, and I like Leon Thomas on there. B, I like that song.
Hey, I understand.
Running
I understand
way
because I like
too
Party Next Door
much.
on a good amount of stuff.
Yeah, and the
But it's like B.
Odile, yeah,
I
the
was just
track
gonna
with
say
Odile.
you can't
Odile's
get
is,
a
oh my bad, B, my bad. What'd you say?
oh no, I was just gonna say you can't get a non-throater to get on the song with that had a real throater on there. B, I'm just saying, B, like he's not a true throater.
But he's talented in his own
He
right.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm just
Lonely, I
messing.
think
I'm
that
just
was
messing.
with Lonely with Shabuzi, I thought that was a cool track. Survive with I didn't really care for Ty Dolla Signs on the hook like that. Nino Pay does Nino Pay, you know what I'm saying? You know, I would have told me there's this and him and that. I don't know why I don't like his flow. I do not like his flow. The Afrobeat tracks as well, B. I'm with you. I didn't really rock with him like that. And I like some Afrobeat stuff, you know what I mean? But overall I think this is a solid album. I'm not trying to go at people that saying this is like Wale's number one album. This is a top 3 album from Wale. I don't like getting I'm not gonna get like that with a Wale release, because he has a lot of stuff, man. And
Solid bodies of work.
yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, shout out to Wale, man. I'm happy you still putting out music, man. Earlier this year I went back and listened to a lot of your old mixtapes that I loved growing up. And yeah, man. Shout out to Wale. This album will get revisited, man. I promise that.
Yeah. I need to give it a few revisits when I'm more
Mhm.
clear minded, when I have less on my plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a good amount of stuff happening on here. I just wasn't able to really get it or digest it. But I enjoyed my listen. Like I wasn't like, oh, this. But I do agree with you. I really want to echo your sentiments on it being too long, especially in
Mhm.
this day and age. Like, if you really want me to stick with an album, how many tracks is it again? 18? Even though one of them is just an intro to another song, 52 minutes, 24 seconds.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
it
I know.
fringed
I
on
know.
being too long. But yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know what y'all think about that new Wale. Everything is a lot down in the comment section down below. Have you listened to it? Are you going to try to listen to it? Let us know in the comment section down below. But B, you got another project that we both listen to?
We got Finally Over It by Summer Walker, man. B, I know, you are, you be in your R&B bag, you love you some Summer Walker. I'm gonna let you go last. I'm gonna go first because I'm pretty sure you got probably a little bit more to say about this project than I will. I like Summer Walker. I loved her first half of her career. I was more of a stan. I like that first EP, that first mixtape she had. What was it called, Summer Days or something like that.
Or Summer's
With
finally over, something like that?
what was it? Summer Finally over? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
could
even
be
remember that.
wrong.
I don't even
Last
remember the
Day of
name of it.
Summer.
Oh, Last Day of Summer.
We was both in the
Yeah,
mix
yeah,
of
yeah.
what that right album
Bro, that
was.
feels so long ago, bro. 2018, yeah, I think 2018 when that dropped. 2019,
Mm-hmm.
which was it? Anyways,
2018.
I played that joint so much, man. I love Summer Walker, bro. I used to watch the videos when she used to be cleaning houses. But yeah, man. So uh what, you don't remember when she used to clean houses as a side?
Nah,
See,
nah, nah. What would you see? I do, but
anyways, all right. So we start the project off with Scars, which is a 51-minute track. I guess just getting you in the mind. I'm like, okay, I really didn't like that. I think she should just cut that off. But robbed you. I should have robbed you. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, okay. I'm feeling this. It's not that bad. No, it was cool. Summer doing her short song thing. Then Go Girl come on, B. I'm in my go yard and Go Girl. They did
Go
this little
girl.
flow. And I'm like, hold up. I think I like this. Second listen, I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Why,
It
B? Why?
the first time I heard it, I was like, all right. But then I heard it again. I'm like, this lazy. This is lazy. The beat cool, but this lazy. And I do not like Doja Cat verse like that.
Same.
I do not like Doja Cat
Same.
verse like that. Lotto tried
I
to get her,
hate to say that, B.
Lotto got her Drakeisms off. She a Drake baby.
She
You know what I'm
sounds
saying?
just like Drake on here. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
she sounds like Drake on here.
So yeah, then we go into Baby with Summer Walker and Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? She love her abuser. Anyways, we're gonna go into this. They both was on here, doing their thing. Chris Brown doing his Chris Brown isms. But for me, a little bit, it felt like a little bit off beat for some reason. Like they wasn't on it. I don't know why. It felt that way to me. And the song felt super duper short for some reason. Like mad short. It didn't feel fleshed
I
out.
mean,
Like
it
I
was
felt like it should
2
have.
minutes and 28 seconds.
I know for a duet, that sounds a little too short for me. The song I didn't really care for it. But 1-800 Heartbreaks. This when she get into her like traditional R&B bag. That first 1-800 Heartbreak. I'm like, ooh, I'm liking this. But I said, I'm listening to it, I say, oh, but Anderson not for the sing on this. This not Anderson's bag. That beat switch,
Fact.
cut the beat off, let him get into his therapist bag. She showed me the cheeks, I beat it, or whatever. You know how Anderson is, you know what I mean? He get to that, then it hit with the drop, boom, he get into his, his singing or whatever. Man, that track so far, I'm like, my listen, I'm like, all right, favorite track so far on the album. Heart of a Woman, we know that. Situationships, Give Me a Reason, they okay to me, to be honest. They okay tracks. Then we go into the second disc. FMT, I forgot what that stood for. What was
F
that
my
one?
type.
F my type. This is what she's like. All right, boom. I think I'm finna go ahead and get with a old man with that bread. F my type. You know what I'm saying? See, I had the Chris Brown on the first disc. You know what I'm saying? That's more my type. You know what I'm saying? I like me an abuser. But now I want a rich white man. I didn't really care for this song. Houseway was cool. Baller. Da, 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 da. I thought I liked it, B. Till Glorilla started rapping. I'm like, oh man, I forgot she sucked. I like anything. I like anything. I like anything. I'm like, bro. I'm good off that, bro. So then we move on. Don't Make Me Do It. Tempted. I think this track is okay. I liked it. I like the track. I like it, B.
You thought it was just okay, B?
But I like it. It's a cool track. It's a cool track.
Okay.
I ain't got much to say about it. So then we go to Go Your Boy. Why? Get 21 Savage the F out of here, bro. Phoned in verse. He sound washed. Out of here. Number one, Brent Fayez. B, I'm sorry. Get this out of here. I didn't care for this track. Switch me up. Out of here. I didn't care for this track.
Dang, you did not like this too. Was that the one that sounded like a country song? There was a few on here that sounded
yeah.
country.
Because she got into that bag. She got into that bag lower half of the second disc. Allegedly with Teddy Swims. Out of here. And then finally over it. A little ballad. Cool, whatever. Yeah, that second disc, I did not like it. I'm sorry. First disc was better for me. But overall, this is lower in the discography from her to me. Especially when it comes to the trilogy, this is number 3. Maybe I need to listen to it more. I listened to it like 2.5 times. This one, it's not still over it. It's not over it. But what's your thoughts, B? You might enjoy this more than me.
I like this album, but that's because we haven't gotten a good amount of Summer Walker in a while, body of work wise. I mean, I went through the summer discography last year or early this year, Talked about it on the channel. Got us a good amount of views. I had to put some respect on Still Over It because I was being highly disrespectful to that album. Really good body of work, very consistent, especially compared to this one. This album right here, especially if I'm even putting in the clear EPs, it's the weakest. I hate to say that because this album has some jams. If I'm going through the track list like you be, we got to notice that this album is split up into two parts. Disc 1, disc 2. One disc is for better. One disc is called the other disc 2 is called for worse, I think. I could have switched them up. I don't know. But going into a song like Scars, okay, you're setting the tone. Not necessarily the intro song, but it's going to have to serve as an intro song because you can't really start off the album with Robbed You. That's a crazy, especially with a feature. You can't do that as the feature. I mean, as an intro song. We get to Rob You. We got one throater on here that featured a non-throater on here because I don't think Mariah the Scientist can sing. She does that
No
little
way. She
whispery Janae
sucks.
Aiko type thing. Yeah. No, I said yeah. She does that little whispery Janae Aiko thing. Like it's like we got a throater on here with a non-throater. I'm like, every time I see that pairing, and I noticed on this album, she tried to give a lot of love to some of the Atlanta natives. I'm like, I'm cool on that. The song No, really enjoyed that. Short, sweet, cool. Go Girl, I get it. The hook is a bit infectious though, but it's easy. Like this is like very TikTok-esque. This is very seafood boil, Alfredo pasta music right here, Bila, as you called it. This is that song. Sadly, Doja Cat, my goat, has kind of disappointed me on this feature because I'm just like, Doja kind of did a bit too much on here. And I think Lotto would have been just the perfect fit. Like Lotto could have just been the feature on here instead and give Summer maybe like a bridge on here to fill it out because I like Doja. Definitely, I've talked about it on the channel before. Got history. Didn't like her on the song. We got the song Baby with Chris Brown. Two throaters, B. Two throaters on one song. They wasn't throwing it though. Chris Brown, you could have literally put someone else's name with this. I just didn't feel Chris Brown's presence on this song. And I'm just like, this is Chris Brown. Legend in the game, especially R&B wise. Long career. I just didn't know, like, I was like, this doesn't feel like Chris Brown to me. And there was no true sense of like really, really singing on here. So next track, 1-800 Heartbreak. I heard it. I'm like, all right. We going with some throwback 90s-esque R&B sounds. I'm like, if this is what the rest of the album has to entail, I'm in here. But I saw the track, I saw the feature list. Anderson .Paak. I'm like, I know Anderson ain't about to get on this beat. Beat switch up and then he do that thing. I'm like, all right, cool. I wish this would have been broken off into like a part 1, part 2 type thing where it could have been 2 separate tracks because when I hear this part, I don't want to hear Anderson .Paak's part. If I'm in this bag right here, put Anderson .Paak's part as an interlude. And that interlude would have been really great to go into Heart of a Woman, the song, because that song is still good. More that 90s-esque R&B type sound. Situationships, I'm not sure if that was the one that was sounding country as well. That could have been, I can be wrong. But there was a few songs on here that sounded a bit. Yeah,
I
see,
didn't
I
like
don't
it,
know that
so.
song well. And so we get the song Give Me a Reason with a feature with Bryson Tiller, a non-throater as well. In this era of R&B, there's a lot of non-throaters. I think this is better than anything he did on his last album. I don't know if that's really saying anything, but yeah, this was a really good feature from him, but it's not something that really wowed me from Bryson Tiller itself. So then we get the second disc. I thought the first disc was really, really solid. We get the second disc. This is where it starts to get a bit shaky, B. F My Type, cool. How Sway with Sailor, cool. Sounds like SZA still, but cool. Then we get Baller. First time I heard this, I'm like, this is going to be the skip of the album. I could just tell just from the features. Listen to it, I'm like, all right, this ain't bad. Listen to it for a second time. Getting these four together is like the most odd pairing ever. And to me, it just does not fit all together. Benalio to me has no personality. Glorilla doesn't fit on a very sleek and sexy song like this. Sexy Red is just raunchy and with the debauchery. And I'm just like, like what are we doing on this song? Like Summer, she has a cool like hook on here, but I'm just like, everything else that you're putting in here, because like you have fine ingredients for a nice little meal. Then one of your kids want to just play arts and crafts in the meal now. They just throwing anything in there. I'm just like, like what are we doing?
Hey, I'm happy she cut Sexy Red off. She was like, yeah, she was finna get too nasty. cut her
Yeah,
off, right?
facts. Shortest verse. Good.
Yeah.
Don't Make Me Do It. What was it? Don't Make Me Do It. Tempted. One of the best songs on the album. Top 5 easy. Well, top 3 easy, if I'm going to be real. Get Your Boy. I like the concept. Summer did her thing. 21. Dry and boring. And we know that he's very monotone. But this is way more dry and boring than usual. He didn't feel engaged. He's just not the type of person you would get for a song like this, especially when you need to evoke some emotion and you telling the story.
Mm-hmm.
This just wasn't for me. 21's part. Number 1 with Brett Fayez. It's cool. Then we get to this last part of this second disc, and I'm just like, yeah, I get it. We are finally over it. Good.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like Summer Walker's she's trying to push herself into this lane of like not necessarily having to be stuck to R&B, especially with her not being, not doing the Over It trilogy anymore. She got Teddy Swims on here as a feature. She's going for a lot of country-esque sounds on here because I can hear some of these songs maybe being played at like a Chili's or something or Applebee's. The second disc is where it starts to get a little sloppy. That first disc was fire. Finito. The second disc is where it starts to get
Hey, second disc gave B. I don't just want to be known for an R&B artist. That's what
well,
it was
B,
right
I
there,
know.
B.
Hey, B, the disc names are fitting. One is called for better, and the other is called for worse. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Mm-hmm.
And they are very fitting titles for each disc. I was disappointed in that second half of the album, but that first half was really, really strong. I really enjoyed that. And there's some stuff that I could pick out from disc 2. And honestly, if you take some of these songs out from disc 2, mix them up there in disc 1, phenomenal, perfect album. And you
Yeah.
gotta take some of these features off too, because some of these features kind of mess up the song as well. Especially when they got the last end of the song and they gotta finish it off. And I'm just like, we gotta rely on them to close it out. They're not closing it
Yeah.
out well. Like, what are we doing? But overall, for me, the weakest of the trilogy, because even though Still Over It is not better than Over It, it is consistently better than what this album is giving us right here. But this album has some
over the traditional R&B classic, B.
See, now we talking, B. We talking.
Mm-hmm.
But this album right here, it has some really high highs, but points at some really low lows. And that's what happens when you have a trilogy, because B, look at the Spider-Man trilogy, or Sam Raimi's to be specific. 1, 2, 3. 3's the sloppiest. He got some really dope moments. He got some really low moments.
I don't think this one have highs like that, like high highs. Not in my opinion.
Those 90s-esque R&B songs, those are pretty highs. Those are pretty high highs. She needs some bridges on there. She needs some bridges on there.
They good songs, but they not highs.
But B, so now I gotta ask you, do we blame a bit of the label for this? Because Summer said that if she could, she would make 5-minute songs.
But she has to make those short songs to flesh out longer projects to repeat. Like more of a replay value, right?
I'm pretty sure to get the numbers up on streaming. So, and people's attention spans won't last a 5-minute song. That's why I think she says like after this, she's gonna go more into like a, what is it, jazz-esque or something, or
because she used to do like a
soul.
acoustic stuff. Like she put out a whole acoustic version of one of her EPs. Because like that Chris Brown song, even though I didn't like it as much, it's no way that song should be like 2 minutes. It's just too short.
Yeah, and she said that's why I'm saying, like, do we blame the label for this to a degree, to where it's like she said that she wants to make 5-minute songs.
Yeah, I need to know a little bit more before I blame him. I don't know much about her situation and what the label has been telling her. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I think it's a cool album. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. You know what I mean? You know, R&B right now, I feel like having like some type of, I wouldn't say it's like in a good place right now. You know, we got some good albums out. You know what I'm saying? Some R&B people on the Billboard, right? That ain't that important. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Shout out to Summer, man. I hope her next project is a little shorter, and you know she's finally over it, and now she can get into her artistry bag. B.
Because she's not just R&B.
You're gonna see her featured Adele. You know what I'm saying? Her and Adele gonna be linking up. Her and Jelly Roll. You know what I mean?
B, get off my good Wi-Fi that I paid for talking this nonsense, B, please.
Nah, shout out Summer Walker, man. It's okay. It's a
Yeah.
okay album, man. It's a cool album.
Yeah. Let us know what y'all thought about Summer Walker's finally over it if y'all did listen to it. And is this like the pinnacle of a trilogy for her, at least? Clearly, I think the Clear EP, the Clear series, if she put out a third one, she might be 3 for 3 on that. This right here, 2.5. But y'all let us know what y'all think about this down in the comment section down below. But B, do we have anything else that we both listen to? Besides maybe the Elmiene.
Elmiene, not really. I don't. That was a dope little EP from just some. It was like remixes of off his album. I really like that By Now song, but other than that,
Did we
nothing
talk
else.
about the album together? I know I talked
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the
We
album.
we
I don't
both
think you
talked
did.
about it. Yeah, I listened to
Oh,
it
okay.
too. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't finish it. That's what it was. You didn't finish
But I
it.
finished it now. I finished it
Yeah.
now.
Heat.
Heat. Nah, I like
Hey,
him, bro.
what do you call them? They across the ponds? Hey, they know what they're doing.
Hey, man. They be. Hey, I'm saying they keeping R&B alive, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, they appreciate the
I
art,
don't know.
B. I'm just saying they appreciate the art.
Sadly, you spitting right now, B. Sadly, you spitting.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, is that it for what you've been jamming, B? Because I think the only thing else that I've been jamming is Lil Baby's newest song, Otha Boy. The music video made the song sound better than what it was. Because when I heard the song on its own, it wasn't it.
Nah,
I was
I ain't
like,
got nothing. I
yeah.
ain't got nothing else, B.
Only other thing I listened to was Stevie Wonder's dang, what's the name of that album? I'm not gonna really talk about it. Hotter Than July.
Mm-hmm.
Heat. That's all I gotta say about that album.
That's the cover when he like
Yeah. It
with
just looks
the
hot. And it looks like July.
yeah. I got that album
You
on
got it
vinyl.
on vinyl?
Got the OG over there. Well, I got a lot of older stuff over there, and in my black. Y'all can't see none of the stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, this is why
What?
we don't like them guys.
What? I got a lot of OG stuff. You know what I mean? From the grandma, from the uncles, the aunties. They all hooked me up and threw me albums. You know what I mean? I got another collection I gotta go pick up from my aunt house too. She told me just give her $100. I got the whole batch, and she got them still sleeved too. She got them in good condition.
Nice. Let me know your address again so I can steal them.
Nah.
But that's it for another segment of what we've been jamming. But B, we need to hear about Denzel Curry's thoughts on the current state of hip hop because I know that you're really here for this.
Oh my god! So Denzel Curry, man, he posted up on his Instagram story. He goes, "None of this music ish is interesting anymore. Commercial rap is dead, and I'm here for it. Shit was trash from the jump. Fuck how cool you dress. Bitch sound good too. Some of y'all sound more ass than what you're trying to imitate. I may sound like a hater, but this shit you need a hater to tell the truth. We don't need another big three. Fuck that." Then he goes to say, the OGs got no respect for the younger generation. New generation don't care about the craft. There's a space where they can learn from each other.
Oh, B. Why you wipe your face? B. What you got for this?
I always say that we cannot continue to blame each other when it's all of us. The problems you have with hip hop, you could blame the new and the old. Go back and listen to some of the old niggas, bro. They was just trying to make music. It didn't all sound good. The Jungle Brothers album got a 5 mics on at the source. Nigga, the expectations was low. I re-listened to that album multiple times. That album sucks. You have to start somewhere. The new generation, rebels. The old generation, rebels. They're gonna go outside the line. They're not gonna color in the lines, bro. Some people gonna do it their own way. That's why we have sub genres in hip hop. Hip hop was all about, bro, do what you gotta do to get in this industry. Yes, money has watered down the game because some people don't care about the craft. Yes, I got you. They here for the money. But it was niggas that really loved music back then and they sucked. And we just gotta be honest. And I feel like we blame like, oh, only the new generation has good bad music. Bro, it was bad music in each of these 53 years. Some bad music and hip hop came out. Hip hop is not all glitz and glam. I hate this beat. They act like hip hop ain't homoerotic. No, they like ain't homophobic. They like hip hop not misogynistic. They like some like hip hop don't have like street elements or they don't have like bad people in it or something like bro, this culture is a culture for a reason. It's mad seasonings. It's mad things going on in this pot. So I'm sick of niggas. I know I'm a fence sitter. No, I just like to see things. I like to add more nuance. You know what I'm saying? People just try to be all black and white with it. Oh, it's because the new kids don't care. The old kids don't care about this. When the old people was making music, they parents didn't like it. But you say that all the time. So you gotta give people you gotta have some understanding. Bro, we had black people that was in like parents. We had politicians, local politicians in California and things like this, trying to get rid of hip hop. We had Uncle Luke, all these people fighting for some of the music they was putting out, allowed hip hop to put out the art they can be and have the freedom of speech. And the music they was talking about that fought for the freedom of speech of hip hop, y'all wouldn't even like. Denzel Curry, you come from that. You from Miami. Oh, so horny. You know, I'm just saying, we gotta, all this stuff comes into hip hop, bro. Why we always trying to put some names on it? I hate when they say the new generation this, the old, say who you don't like in the new generation. Say the old niggas that don't like, we need to know because we can't just blanket and put this on everybody. Say names. Who do you think suck and don't care about the craft? Who do you think don't care about the new generation? Put a name to it, Denzel Curry. You don't even sound like a hater to me. You just sound like everybody else. You ain't saying no names, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I saw before I'm gonna let you go, B, but I saw a tweet that I started laughing at. They say this nigga is only famous over a bottle flip. Remember the bottle flip and it land? I am the one, the lonely son, that I'm the
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? Man. What you got to say, B?
This is very you just now getting here type of message right here, because I'm just like, okay, we've been saying this. People have been saying this. A lot of old heads have been saying this. A lot of this comes off of like the first one, it comes off very old head coded, where it's like the newer generation doesn't really respect the craft. That's what this comes off as, the first one. But then the second one's like, okay, let me clean this up a bit. The OGs don't also respect us too. But you know, the new ones also don't. These talking points have already been said. You're regurgitating it, and you're not even going into detail about the situation, because right here, these are blanketed statements. These are casual generalizations that everybody's making. In fact, to me, these are just stereotypes of hip hop fans at this point. Like, someone has said this. This isn't new. This isn't like a scorching hot take. This isn't a state of the culture. We need someone with a platform to say this. Everybody's been saying this. Everybody's been feeling this. No one
Facts.
cares. Because you want to know why? Because nothing has changed.
Nothing,
Nothing.
B.
Talking about there's a space we can learn from each other. Okay, so what you doing, Denzel Curry, to help bridge that gap?
And it's like you saying
You
the
are
new kids.
literally in that middle gap.
Fact, B. I'm gonna let you go. I'm sorry, but I just remember niggas
Go
didn't
ahead.
like how Denzel Curry rapped in the beginning. They didn't like him. They thought he sucked. And then he continued to work on his craft. And then you saying the new generation don't care about the craft. Maybe they just not as good yet. Maybe they gotta continue to work on it. But it is some of them niggas that just suck. I'm gonna be honest. But go.
I mean, but we gotta think though. Some of them don't care though. There's gonna be people, but this is a business, B. every business that we get into, when you go to your job, are you really passionate about what you do for your career?
Yes,
Are you
because my
passionate about that craft?
yes, my boss watched the show sometimes. I'm up for a
Well, for
promotion now.
me, allegedly,
allegedly.
generally speaking, someone who's working at Walmart as a part-time job, you are not passionate about the craft. You are there to make money. This is a business. Let's be real. If we take out the money-making aspect of being an artist, a lot of people would not choose to be an artist. A lot of people would not choose to be a creator.
Mm-mm.
We got to be real about this. We talked about this before. Yeah, there's pushing the craft forward, but we got to make money.
Especially when it's
Hey,
monetized.
B.
Once it get monetized, I'm feeding the beast.
Hey, B. Especially if I know how to work the algorithm, I'm doing what I got to
Mhm.
do. I might feed
Yeah.
in everything I want to do here and there, but that don't feed the algorithm like all this other stuff does.
Mhm.
We got to think about this is also a business too. OGs. Who are the OGs? Please tell me the OGs. Who are the OGs with a platform? Okay, maybe besides Ebro, but that's the easy one. Give me other names besides Ebro. Give me them other names. Because
Mhm.
Wale just confronted Ebro about the whole Uzi thing recently, saying like, "Didn't you say he wasn't going to be a rock star?" Ebro, he still isn't. He has a sold out stadium. He only has like 2 diamond singles. That's it. A lot of rappers don't have 1 diamond single.
Man, I'm just saying, bro. And look, B, when did numbers start mattering?
B,
Yeah.
when it comes to you being a rock star, that's why. It's
Oh,
not like
that's when
Uzi
it
was big.
matters.
Yeah, when Uzi was in his prime, Uzi was huge. Pause.
Bro, I hate when
Uzi
I'm
was a
telling you,
huge artist.
we pick and choose when we want to move our narratives and to prove that we're right. You use numbers in this argument because to prove a point to you, he's not a rock star. I don't know. I'm sick of hip hop niggas, bro. Hold up, man. I hate all you niggas. I'm sick of it. I hate all you gossiping niggas, dog. Like, yes, let's talk about the music, but the hip hop culture, the whole the whole sphere of media of hip hop is ass right now. It's TMZ, B. Hip hop is TMZ right now, and I'm sick of it. I can't watch nothing to learn anything about no other artist, nothing. Like where's these ideas? Where's these think pieces on the music? And stop fucking breaking down albums that we already know about. Stop talking about Miss Morale and the Big Steppers or the Pimple Butterfly. Sick of those dissects. Chill out, niggas. Man, I'm
They too
sick of
comfortable
all
in
these
black
niggas.
spaces.
B. This is why we'll never be successful in here because of me. Cause how I feel about these niggas, dog. I don't know if I ever could do it, dog. I don't know. I'm about to start talking about TV shows. Denzel Curry, you a bozo, bro. Just say who you talk about. Lay down the details of why this stuff is split. Like, let us know. Cause what you saying is like B said, blanket statements. We all said this. It said every generation. Nah, said hip hop was dead in 2006. Man, get out of here, man. Now hip hop
Also,
dead
this is
again,
my
B.
thing. This is a hypocritical thing. Denzel Curry is good friends with ASAP Ferg. ASAP Ferg just came out with a new song. It is not pushing the craft forward. It doesn't sound
The
like he
polo
cares about the
song?
craft.
That
Yeah.
polo song? That snippet was
B, but B, that's his friend though. So that he don't count.
bro. I was playing that snippet. My wife was like, "What are you listening to?" I say, "I don't know." I'm like, "Oh my god, bro."
Yeah.
We have to start like adding the nuance. We need to quit the narratives and picking sides. If we want to work together, we can't be saying stuff like this with no like proof of it, or like just actually showing the nuance of it. And why did we get to this problem? And think about the past. Because when you think about hip hop, when you think about anything when it comes to any problem, even in your even when it comes to you as a person, you go to your childhood, you go to therapy, it breaks down your childhood, your upbringing. Look up hip hop's upbringing and the childhood. We know the cloth of hip hop, and you got to understand the other elements of hip hop. And I'm sick of people just thinking that it's the OGs, bro. Go back and listen to some of that stuff, bro. You gotta come from somewhere. Like the technology was up to par. Some of that shit was ass, and I'm being honest. And I love hip hop. You know what I mean? but there's some trash back there. I listened to some guys talk today, which was they OGs, they've been around for a while, and they talked about one of the guys talked about how Stretch and Barbito didn't like Cuban Links when they first came out. This wasn't an instant classic. They didn't, they wasn't really feeling the lyrical content. It took them a while to listen to it because you got to think about it. They had more time to sit with the music because they had really no choice. They spent like $20, $17 on the album. Another album ain't gonna come out to another so and so months. You know what I mean? So they actually sometimes some of these albums probably even not even classics, nigga. They just sat with it so long they started liking it, and now it's held up to here, and now we like it. Think about it. Some of this stuff is all marketed towards us. The hip hop shit. Man, I'm sick. I'm nigga, man. Let me stop because I ain't gonna say that. Oh no, bro. I don't know, dog. This is pissing me off, bro. Let's start talking about that 70 show.
I mean, B, speaking of things that really make you mad, I know
Mhm.
your favorite rapper, Dallas native, BigXThaPlug, said that he's not just a hip hop artist, B. He's an artist. He doesn't want to be just boxed in with the hip hop. This is coming off the heels of his latest album, which was a hip hop country fused album,
Mhm.
which
And he said
I've reviewed on
he's
here.
right, yeah. He said this 3 months ago. This is a resurfaced interview.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I remember him talking
Yeah.
to those same guys. I'm like, this must have been
Mhm.
that same
And
like
he had
interview, but
braids. He cut his hair. That's when I knew it was old because I'm like, his haircut. I just saw his big ass performing on a live instrumentation on the stage. Looking like a big ass
yeah,
blob with tattoos. That shit look crazy, bro. I swear. That shit don't look real. That nigga look like AI. But look, Big X the plug, man.
CGI.
CGI. I listened to some of that interview. He talked about how he said this multiple times in interviews. Hip hop and country, they have the same core, storytelling. But when it comes to country music, they take the craft a little bit more serious. It's certain things you can't get away with. And like hip hop, you kind of say anything, make things catchy, and it goes. You know what I'm saying? But in country, sometimes you can't. You can't do that, which is a lie, nigga. It's country songs that repeat and say some of the wackest shit, and you can't say, yeah, it's
I'm
not the
pretty sure that's
details.
every genre.
Yes, especially come on, bro. Country music. I'm gonna take a ride on my John Deere tractor. We can go slow or we can go faster. Like, bro, get out of here. Oh, the details of the John Deere tractor. Oh my God, you can get more storytelling off in this. Get out of here. Anyways, you can't come around here. What hip hop has built you. You come from hip hop. I'm pretty sure, like you said, your mom drove around you listen to UGK riding dirty growing up. You don't come in here and say you just don't want to be known as a hip hop artist. Hip hop can make you an artist. It's plenty of hip hop artists that's known for their artistry. We're gonna bring up one of them that's the hottest out right now. Kendrick Lamar. Mad hip hop. But he also is looked up as a great artist. Nas, Jay-Z, Drake, all these people, even though they huge and they can be looked at as pop stars, they still are hip hop. You can do the same. Don't try to minimize hip hop. I hate when they do that. They make hip hop seem
Same.
like this low tier art just because some people, like I said, we had to get it in how we had to get it in. Some people wanted to make hip hop. They had one mic and a closet. They got in there and they made it. Hip hop is more acceptable. Yes, we allow people to come in. And yes, we like hook, we like vibey stuff. But that don't mean you can't be an artist. You pick the lane you want to be in. You know what I'm saying? Your biggest song, you said yourself. I didn't write it. My artist wrote it. But you want to be an artist. I don't know. I just think it's weird. I hate when they do that. I hate that.
Yeah, the thing is starting off in one genre and trying to catapult to another one because you think you're bigger than the genre itself. Get out of here. First of all, you are not that great of a rapper. I've said this multiple times. The only thing people like about you is the deep voice and the flow, which you carry that every single song, that same exact formula every single song, and you didn't even write your own biggest song, which is crazy to me.
Mhm.
I remember him saying this. BigXThaPlug. There's a lot of criticisms to be had here because while you say this, the only thing that changed about that country album is the instrumental type. You were still rapping. You weren't singing. You weren't crooning. You were still doing the exact same flow that you usually do. Just talking about heartbreak throughout the whole album. You talking about they don't let BS fly on any other genre. No, they let that BS fly over there too. Because they let you in it. I'm sick of him, B. People big him up for no reason. Can't even
Hey,
name me his last 2 albums. They want to big him up, talking about he the next one up.
get him out of here, B. Cook his fat ass.
That's gonna be a lot of cooking, B. God dang it.
Hey,
Tired of him.
hey, bro, it's gonna be a different course. Like, how many course meals? That's we gonna have to chop that nigga up in
Facts.
sessions, nigga. Nah, man,
I'm just saying, B.
my bad for the homonym attacks. I didn't mean to call you fat, bro. It's all jokes. But look, my nigga, don't come over here and try and devalue hip hop and trying to belittle it. Hip hop is hip hop. You're a great artist. It's gonna show. You do not have to belittle hip hop to get to a wider audience. We know what that mean, nigga. We know the
B.
codes.
Worst part is he was doing it in front of the whites. Tap dancing.
Oh, with the whites, he could come on a platform like this and talk about that. With the blacks, we could have corrected you.
Bro.
Like, you can't be doing that, big man. The whites gonna be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
you
like
just want to be wider and yeah, like wider, and you know, you want to go farther. You know what I mean? You know, that's how they gonna talk. They like they not really gonna push
uh-huh.
back. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, you can't be saying that, man. Come on, bro. Then
Yeah.
another
And it's
thing he said in the interview, oh yeah, then they talking to me like I used to not smile or anything. You know, I used to be just mad in my interviews and stuff. You get around the whites, you lighten up. Hey, another nigga that got around the light whites and switched his voice up a little bit, it was Vince Staples on that recent interview he did with that white dude
I
talking about
didn't
his show. I was like, dang, Vince, that boy
I
code
didn't
switch. I
I
was
didn't
like,
see
Vince
it.
Staples? I was like, what?
Hey B, did he hit that? Hey, white voice only. Did
Oh,
he hit
bro,
that?
that's what he did. I think he did it on purpose. It's so funny. I'll have to show you, bro. I'll have to show you. But Big X the Plug, bro, this is hip hop. This is number one genre in America. $1 billion business. It's no bigger than this. Any genre you try to reach out to, they's taken from hip hop. The flows, the production, the aesthetic. It's hip hop, nigga. If I watch one of your videos and I turn the music off and I didn't know what you were saying, you like a hip hop artist, nigga. You got your jewelry on, you got your tattoos. You know another thing? When they look at you, they see black and they see hip hop. They don't see no country music. Look what they did to Beyonce. I don't care you from Texas. And people pick and choose too. It's another thing I can get to on too. How people try to come at him and don't want to come at Beyonce or come at Tyler Creator or these other guys when they want to make other music. Stop loop me in with hip hop sometimes. A lot of niggas get passes, but we on you, nigga. Big X the plug. You are hip hop. You come from hip hop and you look hip hop. You have no choice. Shabuzi, country, but that nigga hip hop to them. You know what I'm saying? They gonna treat you like that. CMA's biggest nights. I ain't see you in one of them ads. I ain't see no Big X the plug. Get out of here.
But B, he said he made a country album. That's
Get
what he
out of here,
said.
bro. Get out of here, man.
Come on, Beaster. He made a country album, B. It wasn't good. The features is what made it the country album. And it just had some little guitar riffs. But B, it was
Get
a
him out of
country album, B.
Get him out of here.
It still had the 808s like a hip hop song. It was a country album.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
We could talk about one more topic. You want to talk about Ack being a goofy?
All right. Yeah, man. I got something to say to this nigga, dog. I should have want to break down the video, but I ain't had the time. Did you see the clip, the video of him talking about his situation with Rory and why he posted Rory's daughter and him on Twitter?
I don't think I seen the full clip. I just seen something about, I obviously knew about the debacle of Rory and Maul going to his house and trying to get him outside or whatever and threatening him. But I
It
think
wasn't.
Akademiks said ever since then, it was, up since then or whatever. It doesn't matter. Your whole bloodline gets it.
So what happened was somebody pulled up to his house. Because he got something in the mail that had Boss Day or something like that. And he
Mhm.
looked at the footage and I think he saw a white hand, and then he saw what Rory tweeted on the timeline. But I don't think Maul was there, and it haven't really been confirmed that it was Rory. Rory said it wasn't him. But he has beef with Rory and Maul for years now. He posted Rory. You know, Rory's going through all the the backlash he's facing right now. And then Akademiks goes, 4 years ago, this is Rory. You come to my house trying to be cute like you were some mob boss. I've been on your head ever since for my protection, of course. Thought you got $10 million podcast deal. I didn't know. Why you still in the hood? There's mad black women out there. Don't you hate them? I don't like this nigga Act, man. Like, Act is entertainment. I can watch him. I ain't watched him in a while, but you can learn some stuff from Act, from his relations with the music industry, and they put him on. He know a little game. But I don't like stuff like this. I just don't, because I've never been in the streets, but I know people that's in the streets. I know people that was like, hey man, I might have to get this guy before he get me. When I see him, is on site, like fighting or some other stuff. You know what I mean? This type of movement, taking pictures of people and then you posting it. Like, what's the threat? What you gonna do? I saw a clip of him saying, I would have hired somebody to be in his daughter kindergarten to get that picture if I wanted to. That's how real he is about it. This is somebody's child. I'm a father, B. So some people that probably don't have not a parent, and probably don't feel that way. You don't do stuff like this. Is a child, like a 4 or 5-year-old kid. What's the point? Why you
Someone who's
dragging somebody
innocent.
innocent? Has nothing to do with this. And if you did pull up to his crib, that's not cool at all either. And you putting your kid in harm's way, even though Ack ain't gonna do nothing. This is a character he plays on the camera, and it's whack. I don't really care. I don't want no violence towards Ack or anybody, but somebody gonna touch Ack one day, bro. You can't be doing this. So if you want to see Rory, bro, pull up on him. Fight. You got people, you don't go nowhere. You got random chat niggas, what you call them, in your Twitter and your Twitch streams. They taking pictures of this man walking his kid in a stroller at the park.
Nasty.
It's nasty. That's nasty work, bro. That's bad for the culture, B. We can't be doing this. Somebody gonna touch you, bro. I promise you. It's gonna happen. One day.
I'm not an advocate for violence, B, but
I'm
violence
not either.
sometimes is the best teacher.
It is. That's why I knew, like, Vic Mensa, shout out Vic Mensa. He tried to call him out, but he didn't do shit either. He was right there. You could say I could punch him in the face. I don't really like me. I don't get on the phone and talk trash to nobody. I've never been a tough guy, but I done some, like, if I tell somebody I'm gonna do something, I just do it. That's why I couldn't be a gangster, because when people tell me I wasn't gonna do something, I do it, and that was my problem. So I was like, this is not for me. It's not my life. I don't want to be in prison because I'm gonna do something stupid. Act, you're not like that. You're talking something. You got ops. It's up with you. It's up with this. You using all these words, and it's like, bro, you not even having it. You're not even on that type of time. I just don't like how Act be talking, bro. It's so internet. He using these terminologies like he's in the streets off some internet stuff, B, and I don't like it. It's just weird. I don't know, man. I don't know if you got anything to say about it. Act, you a bozo for that. Weirdo, dog.
Very whack, very lame move. Act this character that you're playing. I get it. You're playing into it. And it's like the further he gets into this character, the more it becomes his actual personality. And we don't know Act. We don't know him personally. Never had a conversation with him, didn't grow up with him or anything like that. It's just weird and odd behavior. People say that Drake has done this ever since he's gotten big. Ack is doing the exact same thing. We've seen other artists do this as well. Like, oh, the bigger they get, the more tough and hood that they get. Try to play this character up. Like, why? And to me, the kid thing, I was just like, this is nasty. Posting people's kids or family on the internet, nasty. There's lines to be drawn. Don't touch them. Don't. They are innocent bystanders in this situation. Why you gotta involve that? That's just nasty.
Getting kids involved is nasty, bro. Just nasty.
The most
man.
innocent of the parties.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't like that type of stuff. But it is the internet, bro. They say the internet's not a real place, but it can get real. It's plenty of people that.
What does that
Facts.
mean?
Facts, because it gets real. It's many people that started stuff on the internet, and some of them not here no more. They can get real. Some people got touched up. You know what I'm saying? So, because everybody tough. Till they tough. I'm just saying.
Till they get tested. Mm-hmm.
Facts. Hey, look, I'm telling y'all now, I ain't no tough guy. But don't come around my house or take pictures of my kids, my wife, and nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey,
For
that's
me,
all I really gotta say to that bozo. Act, bro. He whack, bro. Act tripping, bro.
I agree. It's just
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
could have
It's
been found
crazy.
something else with this.
Facts, bro.
And then
Hey,
the
it's
worst
what.
part is he timed this nicely around, and that way he framed it the way he did.
Yeah, he framed it, and then he like the whole time he's like. He said something about like, oh, and all the black women that want to be, cool. I cooked them last year. I killed these niggas last year. And hey, if y'all still around, that's on y'all. Like he didn't want to. He's like, I don't want to take nobody's side. I'm not trying to jump on nobody or whatever he said. But, bro, Ed gotta chill out, bro. He got chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, ain't gonna
Yeah,
do nothing, bro. Ain't gonna bust a grape. Oh, I got pictures on that. Don't make you look tough, bro. It don't. It did the total opposite. Oh, you saw this nigga, you didn't do nothing, or you had to drop on him and you ain't go pull up. They don't even make you look cool.
Hey, B, he could
Oh,
have done that, but I didn't think that was gangster enough. I could have pulled up
crazy.
on you. I
Yeah,
didn't think that was gangster.
that's crazy, dog. Anyways, I'm sick of these people, bro.
That's all I have for that conversation.
Same, man. It's nothing. Anything else happen in the news, guys? Anything else happen, B?
No, besides Usher is filing a lawsuit against, I think, Byron Michael Cox. I think that's how you say his
Brian
name.
Michael Cox, the
Yeah, I think.
producer.
Mm-hmm. Or writer, yeah.
Ain't they cool?
I guess not anymore. For some restaurant or lounge loan that they pulled out and got together. Something like that. I
Oh
read
yeah,
that briefly.
it's some
Like I saw
business
while we were
stuff.
filming.
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, that's
All
about
right.
it, B. 'Cause
The year the
all them
lawsuit, B.
technical mishaps. Facts.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. But yeah. Hold up. Somebody said I can't listen to the Wale album knowing he stole my album cover without giving credit.
Don't listen to it.
Sounds like somebody wants some credit.
It's all he say, she say, because while they could have sent him an invoice, now the album's doing well. I want more money. See, I gotta see some receipts.
B, that nigga didn't steal his cover, bro. That nigga just yapping. There's something wrong with this girl, bro. If I wasn't married. Oh, anyways, hold on.
Hi.
I'm on my shit.
For another episode. I'm Beyond Beats and Culture, man. B, you got any closing statements before we head out?
Hey, man, keep music creative. Continue to work on your craft. Don't let people like Denzel Curry make statements on their Instagram live and you take them to heart. But you might be trash. But still, keep music creative, man. That's all I got.
My closing statement. We gotta talk about the elephant in the room. BigXThaPlug, put the mic down. And that has been it for another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. My name is Chase the Dark Sage.
My name T.
Peace.
Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.